It's time for Down on the Corner with Dale Hoffman, North Arkansas's premier news talk program. Brought to you by Brewed Awakening Coffee, with 3 locations to serve you. Baxter Regional Medical Center lobby, Highway 62 412 at Balmer Boulevard, and the Walmart East Plaza. And now, Down on the Corner.
That's you, girls.
Good morning, North Central Arkansas and Southern Missouri. It is Monday, December 10th, 2018. It is 7 a.m.
It's a chilly morning.
It's cold, yeah.
It's chilly.
There's nothing chilly about it, dude. It's cold.
Are you
It's
saying,
cold.
you're one of them? I like the cold weather. To me, this is chilly. It can get a lot colder than this. And that
You
that
probably
would be
drive around
cold.
all summer with the air conditioner on, too, though.
No, not normally, because if I do, then I feel like crud when I get out of the vehicle. So I've learned that lesson. When I did construction, man, you don't get out there and turn the AC on when you get in your car and they expect to get out and you perform at all.
Yeah, slows you down.
Yep.
Anyway, this theological discussion.
It's a very intelligent discussion. It's chilly.
I can tell.
It's
You're
chilly.
drinking smart water today.
I hear the girls will back me up. Hey, is it cold or chilly outside? It's kind of chilly, isn't it?
No, it's cold.
Both.
Cold.
Hey, remember, I'm the one that's making you look good on camera when you answer this.
Hey, you could not touch that and these girls would look good. So what are you talking about?
Anyway.
Oh, Dale's got a show to do.
Yeah, I got to get my part in for the sponsor so you can do your part, okay? Did y'all enjoy the Christmas parade?
We did.
I thought
When was that?
It was Friday
Friday
night.
night.
Oops.
The
Oops.
Chamber of Commerce.
You can watch it online. It's all right. with
Yeah,
you.
there you go. Yeah. In fact, my son was watching from Atlanta. He says, "You at the parade?" And I said, "Yeah, why?" He says, "I think I see your coat." So I hid behind the wall.
You hit behind the wall and you still sing your coat.
I guess. But anyway, my compliments to Chamber of Commerce. They put on a great parade.
It was a
There
big
was-
parade.
Well, and the artistic value. There's some work went into those floats.
Yeah.
You know, I have to say, a couple years ago, I was at the Christmas parade and I saw tow truck after tow truck with Christmas lights. That's not a Christmas parade, but this one was
I do
excellent.
have to tell you, Bob, because you weren't there, the Ozark Football Association had a float that took first place in youth or whatever they call it. It was actually a very, very nice
Everything
float.
was good. You know, my
Yeah.
compliments to Chamber
Somebody
of Commerce.
told you that or you actually
No,
saw it?
I saw it. It
he
was,
was
they made like a gingerbread house. It looked real huge.
Well, when I
It's-
saw him at lunchtime, he wasn't going.
I
Then his
wasn't
wife
going.
reminded him
Yeah.
that his daughter was going to be performing.
And then I got stuck going.
Yeah.
But it had like this gingerbread house and it had this chimney with smoke boiling out the top. It was really cute.
Cool.
It was really cool.
Anyway, my compliments to Chamber of Commerce. Nice Christmas parade on Friday night. Anyway, hey, we're enjoying Brewed Awakening Coffee. Hope you're doing the same. 3 locations to serve you in Mountain Home. We have Baxter Regional Medical Center lobby, 62 East Plaza, out by Anytime Fitness, and of course Balmer Boulevard at 703. They're going to be getting busy.
Do you girls drink coffee?
No.
No. Does mom and dad drink coffee?
Not
Yeah.
so much.
Yeah.
Yeah, not so
drink
much.
My mom
tea
do.
more.
Your mom does.
A
And what?
little.
I have to invite
They
your mom
drink
down here to drink
tea.
some coffee.
drink
This is
tea.
real coffee here. Brewed Awakening Coffee, 3 locations to serve you. We appreciate Mike and his staff for sponsoring the show for so many years. It's the best coffee in town. Stop by and have a cup of coffee with us sometime. Or visit one of the 3 locations, right?
Bring a chisel.
Or
Bring it.
or come by here and get the maximum strength.
My coffee's good coffee.
Just add water.
And more water and more water. So I make it a little bit strong.
What's left over, they used to fill the potholes. I mean, there's
Anyway, check out all the varieties of coffees, mochas, lattes, you name it. They've got it. Brewed Awakening Coffee. 3 locations to serve you in Mountain Home. And once again, if you're not drinking Brewed Awakening, you're just drinking muddy water, right?
there you go.
All right. Morning prayer brought to you by Roller Funeral Homes across the state of Arkansas. With all our respect, Roller Funeral Homes, the utmost in professionalism, pride, dignity, and you name it, and just customer service, just outstanding service. Roller Funeral Homes across the state of Arkansas. When the need arises, Bob had a customer a couple of weeks ago says, "You need to tell Dale to talk about pre-planning," so let's do that. Call Roller Funeral Homes today and get your pre-planning taken care of across the state of Arkansas. With all our respect, Roller Funeral Homes. This morning, we have Aaron and Ashley each going to do a morning prayer. We appreciate these young ladies coming in from Mountain Christian Academy. Once again, Mountain Christian Academy teaches no Common Core, takes no government monies. They rely totally on just private donations. If you can help them, call them at 424-6622. Ladies, are you ready for the morning prayer?
Wait just a minute.
Okay.
Oh no!
What?
Oh no!
Which
Here we
one's
go.
Aaron?
There's Aaron.
Okay, and does that make you Ashley?
Yeah.
Boy, that's really hard to figure out.
So who's gonna do the
Hey,
first
not
prayer?
only is it early, it's cold. Yeah.
Who's going first?
It's chilly.
I guess I will.
Okay. Go right ahead.
Okay.
Oh, you don't have to move that. She's got it under
Everything's
control.
There you go.
God, thank you for this day. Help everyone in the hospital and help everyone whose house burnt down in the California fires. And thank you for my school. It's a privilege to have Christian schools because in some areas of the world that's not possible. So thank you for MHCA. And I'm also thankful for my teacher, Mr. Monahan. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
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 Okay, Ashley.
Dear God, thank you for this day. Thank you for everything you give us. Thank you for the doctors and nurses, and thank you for my friends and family. Please help the people in the nursing home and hospitals and anyone who is sick. Please help the government to make wise decisions, and please help us to make wise decisions. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
Amen.
Morning prayer by Aaron and Ashley. Both are Mountain Home Christian Academy students. Once again, if you can help them financially, call them at 424-6622. How's school going this year?
Good.
Good. What's your favorite subjects?
Math.
Math.
Spelling and science.
I like spelling too.
What's your favorite part of science? You like plant science or electric or weather or
I like plants.
plants, biology? Yeah. Ashley?
About math, I like the division and the multiplication.
Division and
that's good.
multiplication. Can you spell that for Scooter?
Multiplication?
Don't do that to her,
Well,
Bob.
she said she liked spelling too.
Well, I said that.
Spell multiplication?
Yeah.
multiplication.
Close enough.
There you go.
You're looking at a bunch of guys saying, "She's right."
Sure.
I guess.
Sounded good to me.
Oh,
That's why we still write in cursive, because you can't
hilarious.
really tell what the letters are, so you don't know if it's misspelled or not, right?
You do the same thing? I thought it was just me.
Girls, thank you so much for being here. Very proud of our Mountain Home Christian Academy students. These students do things that most adults will not do, is come and pray, not only in public, but on live television, around the region. So thank you very much, and I hope you have a wonderful Christmas. Hang around. So,
You too.
morning weather brought to you by, where's the trumpet?
That's a trumpet, girls.
Can you do a better trumpet?
You got her?
Try. Do it. All right, try it. Dun, dun, dun. Come on. Nobody?
No, they're good. Hey,
Okay,
these
they're
are
good.
smart girls.
Yeah, they're not going to do that
Because
kind of stuff.
you know what I do when they ask me to do it? No.
Nah.
Morning weather brought to you by Old Time Restaurant on the Square in Mountain Home, Monday through Friday, 7 to 2, on Saturday till 11.
You know what today is?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, your
Chicken
favorite.
fried gizzards?
Hey, I need to do liver and gizzards. I haven't done them in a while. Now you bring that up. But today's chicken fried steak day. Breakfast and lunch, chicken fried steak. You get eggs, hash browns, biscuit and gravy, all for $6.88. Or for lunch, you get 2 sides, a roll of cornbread. $6.88. Can't beat it. Try one of their pies. Man, it's got all them homemade pies in there. Good stuff. Fudge. You name it.
Had a great breakfast Saturday morning. It was nice. Got there, I was the only one there. It was just peaceful
Let's say
downtown.
Saturday was a little quiet. I don't think there was too many people.
Well,
that were-
everybody thinking was going to have snow up to the doorknobs by that
Yeah.
time, and so anyway, but very peaceful, very nice morning. Got there just about sunrise. It was so nice. Old Time Restaurant on the Square at Mountain Home. Best breakfast, best lunch in town. Monday through Friday, 7 to 2 until on Saturday till 11. Here's a little bit of what missed us in North Carolina. I can't even pronounce this. Valle Cruces had 21 inches of snow. Pine Creek 20.5. Sparta 18 inches. Baldwin 18 inches. Sheffield 17.5. And Boone got 16 inches of snow. Whew, boy, we dodged that bullet. Anyway, around the region, we've got 23 degrees in Mountain Home, 24 at Harrison, 26 at Hardy, 25 at Mountain View. It's 22 in Yellville, 25 at Marshall. Calico Rock checks in at 23. St. Louis a little bit colder at 17. while Poplar Bluff is at 25. 150 miles separate those two cities, so it's a little bit warmer there. Branson at 18, West Plains at 21, and it's 19 degrees at Watford City, North Dakota, to put that in contrast between north and south.
You look at them two girls over there, and I think they're playing hangman or something on a piece of paper.
Did you get any snow at your house?
Well, a little bit.
Yeah. Little.
Any of it stick to the ground or just flurries and melted?
Just melted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. National radar shows a little bit in the northwest, Oregon, Washington, and Idaho, a little bit in California. Other than that, it's clear all the way back to North Carolina and East Tennessee. A little bit in Virginia and South Carolina, but that's the remnants of what was supposed to dump all that snow on us. I'm glad it missed. You said Osceola, Jonesboro, and even as far as Jackson, Tennessee, had issues with
Had ice.
Had ice, did it? Oh,
Seemed like
Louisiana,
south and east of us got hit.
Yeah. Tyler over at Osceola said they were clearing the roads and stuff like that, and just people just be careful over there. But we'll check highway condition in a minute. Arkansas, Louisiana, Mississippi, West Tennessee, Central Tennessee, Kentucky, Indiana, Illinois, Missouri, Iowa, all clear. Hit that Little Rock stop. You ready, Scooter?
Yep.
Little Rock stop here looks good. All highways in Arkansas are clear at this time. 62, 412 east and west, 65 north. Little Rock, Branson, Batesville, Poplar Bluff on 167, 67. Interstates 30, 40, 49, 55, and 555 in Arkansas look good. State of Missouri, we'll hit the St. Louis stop and then go to southwest Missouri. Looks like everything along there. Well, that's showing a little bit in St. Louis. I don't know how accurate that is. They may have the intensity really cranked for the metro. A little bit showing up around Carbondale, Illinois, and Mount Vernon, Illinois, east on I-64 from East St. Louis. I-70 east, Vandalia, Effingham in good shape, and I-70 coming in to St. Louis is all right. A little bit between Rolla and St. Louis on I-44. Southwest Missouri, we'll click on that right there. It's showing a little bit just east of Branson and a little bit east of Springfield. So a little bit there on, that'd be highway, what's eastern, was that 160 going through Branson, east and west?
Mm-hmm.
Or is it 24 south?
No,
that's
160.
160. And so a little bit on I-44 around Springfield to Lebanon, a little bit south of Kansas City, be on I-49, Joplin to Kansas City. So not much going on right there. Forecast for today. Excuse me. For today, sunny, high of 44. Tonight, low of 26. Tomorrow, high of 53 with lots of sunshine. Tuesday night, low of 38. Then Wednesday, 20% chance of showers in the afternoon, a high of 52. Wednesday night, 30% chance of showers. With a low of 38 degrees. Thursday, 70% chance during the day, 80% chance of showers on Thursday to Thursday night, high of 52, low of 36. Then Friday, only a high of 44 degrees. And then back to 52 degrees on Saturday coming up. And
Decent week.
do what?
Decent week on
Yeah, not
temperatures
bad.
for this time of year.
Checking the roads in Arkansas, back up, drought monitor. The roads are farther down on the stops.
He might need some coffee.
Yeah, I might need some more coffee. Northwest Arkansas with a D0, abnormally dry, and it's not bad, but it's bad enough. In Missouri, it stretches on up as far as Vernon and Cedar counties in Missouri, and a little bit along the Missouri River south there. Now the highways. I drive Arkansas. It looks like everything is clear. I'm not seeing anything over in.
No, I think they got it finally cleared
They
up
finally got it
yesterday.
cleared up there. Same thing in Missouri. Everything looks good there. Check this out at MODOT, Missouri Department of Transportation on these maps, and then of course I drive Arkansas. Whew. Ooh, let me see what we have right there. There may be Missouri, somebody on. Well, they had some utility damage there. So that's in Missouri on I-44. I'm not seeing anything showing up. Okay.
All
Morning
right.
weather brought to you by Old Time Restaurant on the Square at Mountain Home.
Girls ever eat at a time restaurant on the square?
I don't think so.
Is there a
Sure.
thing on? I'm beginning to think over there at the
think we're
Christian Academy.
38
They got
on
a
the
sign up.
blacklist.
Apparently I've been
You've
blacklisted.
been on the blacklist over there because I haven't seen a child yet come on the show that says, "Yeah, I eat there all the time."
Where?
Their parents are over there lying to us, going, "Yeah, you've eaten there." Yeah, right. I swear we're blacklisted from them. But or do you like pancakes? We have the best pancakes there is around. You got to come try a pancake. And if you're really nice, yeah, she'll even make them into animals for you.
Go there and tell them you want a hippopotamus. And tell them Scooter said it was okay.
Okay.
She is going to kill me. My cook is going to
Director needed. Community calendar
He
brought to
did
you by
say
Ford.
animals, didn't he?
Huh? He said animals, yeah.
Yeah, I was
Sasquatch.
thinking,
I want a
thinking
Sasquatch pancake.
I was thinking a dog or something, but a hippopotamus. Huh? She did an octopus once.
Oh, yeah?
Well, that'd be interesting.
Yeah.
Wow.
Never know.
Community calendar brought to you by Affordable Housing. 741-2883. I think I have one right now. NCBA helps seniors get hired. Are you age 55 or older or know somebody who is? Are you unemployed looking for a job? Are you interested in a paid on-the-job community service training? Arkansas NCBA SCEP supports over 300 part-time positions in 59 counties by providing hands-on workplace settings for seniors to develop new skills and talents and support community service activities. Participants enhance or refresh work experience through exposure to various jobs. You must meet income guidelines, able to train 20 hours per week, participate in assisted job search, and earn minimum wage stipend. You can call Sheila at 479-231-6774 or Louise at 501-745-4070. Y'all got anything coming up? We got football banquet tonight?
We got football banquet tonight at 6 at Real Life Church, but before we get off of that, what you're talking about, there are several pushes around the community about the homeless, trying to get them some shelter for the cold weather. I don't have a list of names. Go to Facebook and check it out. There's several of them on there looking for help. Contrary to what Coach Blades will tell you, it is cold outside. And if you don't have some good shelter, you're going to freeze.
You're going to freeze, yeah.
So check it out on Facebook and see what you can find, see where you can pitch in, lend a hand. Even if you take something over to Salvation Army, drop it off, I'm sure they know where it needs to go. And it's that time of the year that folks just need to lift up.
Mm-hmm. Good point.
Good point.
All right. Girls,
Anything going on with you ladies? Anything going on at Christian Academy coming up? Anything coming up in your life?
What are you?
Y'all getting married, are you?
Christmas
No.
break.
Oh.
Yes, Christmas break.
Christmas break. Are you excited for Christmas break?
Yes.
I predicted snow for Christmas. You know that, right?
Stop. Look what you got us into this last weekend.
I didn't predict it that early. I said for Christmas.
It's the Christmas season, ain't it? Need I say more?
Yeah.
You girls want to help us go to break?
So do you girls play any sports at the Christian Academy?
It's off season right now,
Aaron-
but I play volleyball.
Volleyball?
Good.
I want to play basketball there, but I already have another team. So
No.
yeah.
Who wants to take us a break? You want to look at the camera and say, Dale's out of coffee. We need to go to commercial break.
The old goober needs something to drink. Take your pick. Which ones do you?
Who wants to do it?
Be right back.
Aaron, Ashley?
She can.
Just look at that camera
Just
right
say
there.
the goober
and say-
needs some coffee. We're going to break.
So what?
Just say, Dale's out of coffee. We need to take a break.
Feels I'm not doing it.
Be right back.
Somehow.
When I grow up, I want to save lives, like a superhero, and show up when people needed me.
When I grow up, I want to do animations. I want to create characters that can fly.
No matter what it is you want out of life, there is a path to get there.
When I grow up, I don't know what I want to do when I grow up, but I know I want to go to college.
Arkansas State University Mountain Home. Take your first step at asumh.edu.
Have you ever noticed every time you wash your car, you end up wetter than the actual car? Next time, run down to Car Care and let the friendly staff put a smile on your face. Car Care of Mountain Home has a variety of services to clean your vehicle's needs, inside and out. From a simple wash and shine to their outstanding detail services. Located 1525 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. Stop by Car Care Mountain Home today, because driving a clean car always makes you feel good.
Why would I recommend Hospice of the Ozarks? Because I know the people that work there, I know their hearts, and I know that their desire is to help people with the suffering and the anxiety and the things that can come with either a terminal diagnosis or a terminal condition. We want them to have a peace of heart and to have a comfort and to know that someone's there to help them through that so they can enjoy the time that they have.
Take a step back in time when going to a barbershop meant more than just getting a haircut. Come into Legionnaire's Barbershop today, a unique gentleman barbershop. Get back in style from a former celebrity hairstylist and a licensed barber instructor who are trained in tonsorial arts and lock removal and happy to give you a straight razor shave. Legionnaire's Barbershop is veteran owned and operated and located at 848 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. For a full old-fashioned barbershop experience, stop by Legionnaire Barbershop today.
Our old burger was only 7 ounces, but now it's 8 with brioche bun and pickles. Comes with its own steak knife, it's really that big. Your best competition is always yourself. Chili's is back, baby, back, baby, back. Oh, baby, Chili's is back, baby, back, baby, back. We're focused on one thing, burgers, ribs, fajitas. Just that one thing, burgers, ribs, and fajitas. We're reeling in our menu because it got out of hand. We had a moment of self-actualization. Chili's is back, baby, back, baby, back. Oh, baby, Chili's is back, baby, back, baby, back.
Diatley Dental Care is a family-owned dental practice. Doctors Irvin and Christina Diatley grew up in the Twin Lakes area and are proud to serve the community. With modern treatment methods and state-of-the-art technology, they are dedicated to providing exemplary care to patients of all ages. Our compassionate team consistently receives training above and beyond the standard of care.
We're changing the way you see dentistry.
Come be a part of our dental family.
I remember, I know stuff.
7:22.
Oh boy.
This is not going to be a good show. Hide your kids.
It's a good thing this show's only once a week.
Hey, how come that light's not turned on?
Because he turned it off.
I don't know. I'll go turn it on.
Hey, it's Monday morning sports.
It is.
And this morning we've got Coach Robert Blades, who's the high school wrestling coach. Can't really just say high school, can we, Coach? Because you actually have some junior high wrestlers, don't you?
Yes, sir. We have a few 8th graders that's coming with us, and they're still with the youth. But then we have, I think, 4 or 5 9th graders that are also wrestling on the high school team this year.
What's your team looking like this year? Composed of how many of what?
We have 18 kids. Going by memory, I think we have 2 seniors, and then the rest of them are underclassmen. Last year we graduated.
Whoa, that's the easy way out. We got 2 seniors and the rest are younger.
I'm thinking real quick.
Let's put Scooter on the spot since he's your assistant coach.
What? I'm doing production here.
2 seniors, 3 sophomores, I think 5 to 7 juniors, then 4 9th graders.
That'll be pretty close.
Who's your 2 seniors?
Isaac Bernay and Dakota Talbert.
Okay. They wrestled last year.
Yeah.
It's Dakota's first year.
Oh, it is?
Yes, sir.
Isaac Bernay
He's
has
been
wrestled.
out there. I don't think Dakota's been extra competed, but he's been with the high school team on some practices and stuff before.
What's the best age to get the kids involved in wrestling early?
5.
5.
Kind of like football?
And a lot of that, I'll be honest with you, a lot of that is how mental collected they are. Some kids, I've had 4-year-olds that just were in there trainable. They'd understand, they get to it.
Really?
But then you get some that are a little late before, they've got to be able to grasp it and understand it and not just.
See what, and I messed with wrestling for a long time also, but the thing that you've got to teach when they're that young is there's a difference between wrestling and grappling versus getting mad and turning it into a fight.
Yep.
And the quicker you can teach that, hence the 5 and 6-year-olds, the better off your wrestling team will be. because it could very easily turn from a nice controlled bout to an all-out fist fight. I mean, because if you don't have control, if you don't,
especially with the younger kids, you've got to learn to control that temper.
You can help them with that at a younger age. Right, Coach?
Yes, sir. Scooter would know more about that, and Coach Alexander would. This is only my second year with wrestling. So.
Last year you finished pretty good, though, didn't you?
Yes, sir. We had a few medalists at the state meet. We won the Berryville tournament, which was one of the first tournaments that they've won since the wrestling program started.
When did wrestling start back up here?
It was about 6 years ago.
And Barnhill, was he the first coach, or he was the second coach?
Well, I know it was here and then went away and then it came back, so I'm not exactly sure the timing. When
You're
you
talking
look
in
at
the school program,
yeah,
or the program
in
that
the
you
school
helped?
program.
the school program, yeah, because you talked to a lot of people way back when, and they had wrestling, and then it kind of disappeared for a while.
Yeah, it was back in the 70s. We had it for a little while.
Yep.
But it was a club sport. It wasn't a sanctioned sport.
Now it is a sanctioned sport for Arkansas.
Through 3A.
Yeah. And I believe that Coach Randy Barnhill was the first Mountain Home wrestling coach.
I think so.
When they donated, the gentleman donated at each school a mat just to get it kicked off.
Yep.
And, so it's been going on for 7 years, maybe?
Maybe
6,
7.
What do you like the most about the wrestling program?
For me, coming from the different aspects of it, like the cross country and the track and the basketball, the kids, they're a lot like the cross country kids. Are a lot of self motivation. They do like the accolades, but they don't need it. There are a lot of that, and it's just something totally different for me. I like to see the camaraderie between the kids and the coaches.
A week ago, the Mountain Home Flyers, which is the youth wrestling program in town, they sponsored and held a huge tournament. 296 matches that were in the main gym. Who knows how many were in the secondary gym. And to see all the involvement from 5 years old to 18 years old, it was pretty cool.
And very successful.
One of from a scorekeeper's standpoint, one of the regrets that I have for Mountain Home is we don't have enough kids doing this in the high school level. We don't have all of the brackets filled.
No, sir.
Do you find that again this year that we've got a bunch of empty brackets?
Not a lot. When we sat down and looked at it the other day, we were only missing the 2 lower ends, the 106 and the 113.
Really?
Yes, sir.
Well, I remember last year we forfeited every other match, it seemed like, because we didn't have somebody in that weight
quite
class.
A few.
But you've got heavyweights this year?
Yes, sir. We have 2 kids that are in the heavyweight division right now that are working at that level. Then we have some that are in the 220 category that can wrestle 220, but they may wrestle some heavyweight matches just to get practice.
Now you can wrestle up, but you can't wrestle down. Is that correct?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So really, age doesn't have anything to do with it, as long as you're qualified. Like
you're right.
We talked earlier. We talked last year about your son, the possibility he wrestling with the high school team, but because it would knock out his eligibility, that's a no-no. But as long as they're in the appropriate grade.
So once you go up, you can't come back.
You got a 4-year eligibility rule is
through
what
the
it
AAA.
is. Through AAA, yeah, that you could only be wrestled with the high school, or I think it pertains to any sport.
Right, it's
for
any
4
sport.
years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the nice thing would be is if we could find 1 or 2 wrestlers for each slot.
Yes.
And be competitive that way. Because we'll go, as Mountain Home will go against teams that have every slot filled.
Yes, sir.
I grew up in a real big wrestling area in Oklahoma, and you had multiple kids in each spot. Mm-hmm. So it forced you to train and work harder at every practice to maintain a spot. When you're competing for different spots, and it brings the whole level up a little bit and brings the intensity up. So yeah, we need more people. There's no doubt.
Yeah. What's your recruiting base for that? Hold that thought. We'll go to commercial. We'll come back here in just a minute, and we'll talk more wrestling with Coach Robert Blades.
Do you know where your money goes when you give to charity? At the Salvation Army, 85 cents of every dollar stays to help those in need in our local community. Hi, I'm Captain Spaulding. The money we raise help people in the surrounding 5 counties, including Baxter, Marion, Sharp, Izzard, and Fulton. You can help by donating your unwanted items and by shopping at the Salvation Army store. Those in need get assistance with rent, utilities, sending kids to camp, and many other things. When it comes to this charity, the Salvation Army always helps those in our community.
Whether you're a professional lawnscape contractor or a homeowner in need of quality lawn equipment, Moran's Lawn & Garden has you covered. Moran's is the longest originally owned lawn and garden business in Mountain Home, with a 5,700 square foot warehouse packed full of new current year inventory for all your lawn maintenance needs. Moran stocks a full line of factory parts, and they service everything they sell, offering top names like Grasshopper, Hustler, and Country Clipper. Moran stands behind their quality service with thousands of customers using their products daily. Moran's Lawn & Garden, servicing the entire Twin Lakes area.
Hello, I'm Charles Ferguson. Here at Mountain View Chevrolet, we still do business the old-fashioned way with honesty and integrity. And we have a good inventory of new Chevy cars, trucks, and SUVs from large to small. Our service department has all GM certified technicians, and our friendly salespeople are ready and eager to fit a car truck to your needs in a price range you can afford. We also have a lot full of pre-owned cars and trucks, program and new car trade-ins to choose from. So come see us at Mountain View Chevrolet.
Life is too short to wear boring clothes. Welcome to Shabby to Chic Salon and Boutique, where we carry the latest trends and fashions and accessories at prices anyone can enjoy. Feel beautiful while looking fabulous with a large range of fashions that fits anyone's sense of style. You're sure to discover something unique and new at every visit. Shabby to Chic also features 12 professional stylists, aesthetics by Amy J, a nail technician, and 4 tanning beds. Excite your style at Shabby to Chic Salon and Boutique in Mountain Home.
If you want the best breakfast or lunch in the Twin Lakes area, then you've got to come to the Old Time Restaurant. Voted the best breakfast and lunch for 2011, the Old Time Restaurant not only gives you the Southern hospitality right when you walk in the door, they also offer scrumptious breakfast options to curb that early morning appetite. Or stop in later in the day for a tasty sandwich, salad, or a daily special. If a sweet tooth is your guilty pleasure, you can't go wrong with the Pie Lady cooking out over 30 different types of pies. That's the Old Time Restaurant located on the square in Mountain Home.
When you need
We're back with Coach Robert Blades, Mountain Home High School Wrestling. Coach, I asked you before the break, what is your recruitment base for the wrestling team?
Coach Alexander, he went and talked to the football teams to try to get some of the football players out. We did get some of them. Other ways we get it is we put announcements all in the bulletin. I'm at the junior high, so I ask people at the junior high, if I see them, ask them what they're doing over winter. If they're not doing anything, I ask them to come out for wrestling to give it a try. One of the things that's going to help a little bit, and I've heard this from other kids, is the uniform that we used to wear. A lot of the kids did not want to wear just the singlet just because. So this year we actually went to the fight shorts, like the MMA shorts, and the compression top, so they don't have to wear the singlet like they used to.
Scooter, did you bring your singlet today to model for us?
No. I'm sorry, I forgot it. Didn't even think about bringing that in.
Thank you, Lord.
I don't think anybody wants to see me modeling a singlet.
Well, I think you're right, though, Coach. I think that the changing of the uniform is going to make a difference.
I hope so.
Let me tell you, that's a tough decision, and we had this option last year when they approved them. And Travis talked to the seniors, and they wanted to stay with the singlet. You know, when you've been in wrestling and it's something, there's an honor to wear that. There's a pride you get. But I also understand that the other side, people that are not involved in wrestling, they don't see that the same way. So, you know, this year we did make the change.
Is it an option, or is it this is the way it is?
What we decided this year is everybody's going to wear the fight shorts and the compression top until you get to a medal round. If you're going for 4th through 1st place, you get an option to wear the
Whatever
singlet or the fight shorts. And a lot of the kids said they're going to wear the singlets when they get to that option.
Cool. Yeah, I got a question for the coach. The intensity when you get in your upper grades, the intensity of the bout on the mat on the mat helps develop control skills that are an advantage in other sports. We've talked about how it helps in football. What about swimming? Does it help the upper body? Can you get more control with a swimmer that would be in wrestling?
That's hard for me to answer because in Arkansas, swimming and wrestling going on at the exact same time. So our practices are at the exact same time, so we don't get that crossover like that.
Hypothetically, though, would it help? You think, especially in the upper body? What do you think, Scooter?
Anything building the upper body is gonna help. There's no doubt. But your movement and your body control is completely different in wrestling than what you're going to see in swimming.
Well, what about just the control? I mean, because like when your son started, I mean, he's gone from basically not knowing what to do to an All-American, 2 or 3 times now?
Yeah, he's a 4-time
All-American, which means he's doing very well. So wouldn't that work well in other sports?
Yeah, now wrestling work well in other sports. See, I was misunderstanding. I thought you were asking if swimming would help with the wrestling side.
No, wrestling help with swimming.
I think it would help with almost any sport. There's not too many sports that wrestling would not benefit between coordination, stamina, agility, everything across the board.
Yeah.
Where I grew up, just to play football, it was mandatory that you wrestled. You did not have an option. It was just if you wanted to play football, you will wrestle in the off season.
Think you can pull that off here?
Nah. I played the 5th, 10th, and 15th.
Now he's going into politics.
There we go. I think it's called constitutional law.
I'd like to see more kids come out, but it's just trying to get them to buy into it, just like when the football team switches coaches, it takes a little bit for them to buy into the new coach. And just me being the second-year coach, it's hard to get the new kids out.
Well, as the second-year coach, do you enjoy it, or is it still a shock?
There's still things that shock me, but I enjoy it. It's something totally different for me, so it's something new every time I get to go in there. And I got 2 great people to help me. I got Scooter and Coach Alexander.
And which one of them is great?
Both. Oh. They're really good on helping me with trying to figure out what I need to learn and all that.
Yeah.
And last year we had another volunteer coach, Coach Mordovan. He helped some, so I learned from him and all the other ones.
When is your first home match?
Our first home match is Thursday the 13th. It starts at 5:30 at the high school gym. And then this weekend we're going to go to Cabot for, it's called Bring the Hammer Tournament. That's on Saturday, and that's going to be an all-day tournament. And if you want to keep track of how the high school wrestling team is, Coach Scooter can put more up later on the site. It's called trackwrestling.com, and you can go in there and you keep track of the whole wrestling scene in Arkansas.
Who feeds that information to that site?
The tournament people and whoever your tournament director is the one keying it in. So when you're in a tournament, Arkansas kind of went with track wrestling for all their tournaments, youth and high school. And so when you go into there, any tournament that's run as it's going, it is automatically put into the system to where you can see exactly, if they won or lost, they can see by how much, what happened, and stuff like that.
At the end or during?
Mainly at the end. It depends on the tournament. Like our youth tournament, I ran it live, so as they're keying it into the computer, it's showing on track. Others key it in afterwards, so it just depends on the tournament.
The Cabot tournament is a live tournament, so it will be up automatically.
So who are you wrestling on Thursday night?
Mountain View. Okay. Mountain View's coming to town. Then we have the Cabot tournament, then we're off until January.
Wow.
I think we have a tournament in January. Hold on a second. 5th. Yeah, January 5th. Sorry. Eyesight's not that
So
good.
like a Friday?
Should be a Saturday.
Saturday?
Yeah.
So the Mountain View team will come up and they'll bring a full card full of wrestlers, or do they have gaps as well?
I think they have gaps as well, but I won't know until I think we get their entries on Wednesday. We'll see the entries on Wednesday. Then we'll have weigh-ins and make sure all the gaps are filling, all that.
And that'll start at what time on Thursday?
5:30
at
the high school gym.
At the high school gym. And you'll just run one mat?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I'd like to encourage people that are listening to come out and support the team. I mean, these kids have put it all out on the line. They've been working hard for this, and I'd like to fill the stands and let them see that they're appreciated in their community, and the community's there to support them.
If you haven't been to a wrestling match, this is not WWF or the WCW. It's Roman Greco, real wrestling, and there's a science to it. You've got to score, you've got to move, you've got to fight to get what you're going to earn, and it's fun to watch.
Well, this would be for the self-pride, I mean, you're doing it for you, you're not doing it for a paycheck. I mean, you're just doing it for to be on top.
During
You
last
wanna come out number
Saturday's King of the Mountain, there was a young lad that wrestled and I think in the 4 matches that he wrestled in, he didn't win a one. I think he scored 2 points in 4 matches.
But did he ever give up?
But here's the deal. His desire to be on that mat in the first match was exactly the same in the 4th match. He had no qualms about getting pinned. He had no qualms about getting scored out. He just wanted to be on that mat. And he loved it. You could tell. He just loved it. He didn't pout. He didn't fuss. He didn't pitch a fit. When it was his time, he came to the table, checked in, and he was out there ready to go.
Okay, so when you take a kid that has that kind of spunk and desire, how can you develop that talent into making him to where he scores more points?
Well, for this particular young lad, it was when the maturity level catches up with his desire, he'll be fine.
Yeah.
And that's a lot of them.
And I know the one you're talking about, and that's exactly it. He's a little bit of a late bloomer as far as maturity coming through, and he's competing with kids that are already growing facial hair and are already doing this and that. And once he's there, I mean, his desire's there, his love for it is there, and it's just going to take a little bit of time.
But we talk about, and you guys know, I'm very much supportive of being a multi-sport athlete. And if parents would come and check out a wrestling match and see that if little Johnny would participate in wrestling, how much it would help him in football, basketball, whatever other sport he wants to play. For that reason, the discipline, the maturity, it helps with that. Nobody browbeat anybody about, well, I kicked your butt, I beat you in 22 seconds.
Not about
Didn't get any of that. At the end of several matches, and I didn't work a table with just Mountain Home matches, you have kids picking them up off the mat, the loser is a little bit down. The sportsmanship in a wrestling match is way different than you'll see in a lot of other sports. And if we'll get back to that, if you'll get back to a good sportsmanship, you'll see a huge change in winning and losing, in my opinion.
Good points.
And I'll say this, you talk about the kid that, he lost every match, he this and that. When a wrestler starts, they got to pay their dues. I mean, that's what I call it. They're going to go out there and they're going to hit these kids that have been wrestling forever, and they're just going to tear them up and beat on them. And let me explain to you, in wrestling, those losses are part of the blessing. You will learn more about yourself that first year of wrestling, between paying your dues and learning how to get back up and standing back up when you're down. you will learn more about yourself. And if the mentality's right and you keep them with the right mindset, those losses can become a major blessing to growing them and building them as a person.
And this Thursday we have, I was running through my head, I think we got like 5 wrestlers coming out Thursday. It's going to be their first match ever.
Yep.
First ever.
Mm-hmm.
I know you've got a handful of football players that came up and decided to wrestle this year.
Yes, sir.
Which to me, that's an awesome thing. It's needed. I mean, it's very well needed.
A lot of that goes to some of our wrestlers that do play football, that have played football and wrestled. They talked to them, kept talking to them, and talked them into coming out. So I give a lot of credit to the kids that talked in the other kids to come out playing to do football, from football to wrestling. That's one of our biggest recruiting things is the kids.
One of the things I like to point out is Coach Blades is not only the wrestling coach, but he's also a cross-country coach. And Mountain Home's had a lot of success in the cross-country program. Makes you wonder how they had such success when you've got a coach. He wears no hair on his head, and he wears no pants on his legs. It's 20 degrees outside. The man comes in with no hat, no coat, and no pants.
And how many miles you run this weekend?
I got 28 in this week. This past
28
week.
this past week.
28 miles.
Yeah. You know, Coach, we appreciate you. Thanks for putting up with us.
Thank y'all for everything y'all do.
We look forward to seeing you. I'll see you Thursday night at the high school.
Yes, sir.
Scooter, take us away.
Durable and comfortable hospital scrub stat. You need the Uniform Shop. The Uniform Shop is the place for top quality uniforms, carrying a great selection of name brands including Carhartt, Cherokee, and Gray's Anatomy, as well as shoes from Clogs, Softwalk, and Landau, stethoscopes from Littman, blood pressure cuffs, scissors, name tag retractable, compression socks, paramedic BDUs, and Rocky boots. The Uniform Shop also offers customizing, embroidery, as well as minor alterations. Let us put you in uniforms. Shop the Uniform Shop.
Jim Brown Company keeps you cool when it's hot and warm when it's not. A trusted name in the mountain home community, Jim Brown Company provides timely heating and cooling installation and repairs. Our certified technicians incorporate new technology on every job to provide you with the most advanced services. At our metal fabrication shop, we handle projects big and small. We've created everything from commercial ducts to custom designs.
I'd recommend Jim Brown Company to my friends and neighbors. The reason being they have high-tech equipment. Their service techs are well qualified for the job that they do, and they also send me a report after all the work is done so I know exactly what my unit's doing.
By visiting our showroom, you can learn all about our heating and cooling products. We'll educate you on your options and help you decide on the right solution. For total comfort at your home or business, choose Jim Brown Company. Quality service with a family name since 1964.
With a large showroom of over 13,000 square feet, the Furniture Depot is your local choice for quality name brand furniture at prices anyone can afford. They carry a great selection of catnapper recliners, power recliners with lumbar support, and lift chairs. Check out Furniture Depot's variety of living room and dining room sets in various styles and designs. And don't forget about their mattress gallery featuring Serta, Symbol mattresses, and adjustable beds. Family owned and operated, that's Furniture Depot, located in the Ozark Shopping Center in Mountain Home.
It's that time of year again. Time to take a hard look at your Medicare health plan. If you're looking for a new plan or looking to renew your existing plan, now's the time to renew all your options. At Bacco Insurance, we'll sit down with you and show you all the new choices and options, including $0 premium plans with low copays and dental, vision, and hearing benefits. Let us help take the confusion out of selecting a plan and find one catered to your needs. Contact Bacco Insurance today, located at 351 East 9th Street, Suite B in Mountain Home.
7:49 on this Monday morning, talking a little bit of sports and
high school football has wrapped.
Yep, that it has. Boy, that was a fast season.
I'm telling you what. Is it just our age, Dale, or are they?
Oh man,
what's the deal with
it
this?
seemed like 5 years ago we were down at Bomber Stadium all the time, and it just seemed like really another game. I mean, like we did one 3 weeks ago, and now here we are, December 10th, and looking at the championship games that have been played down at War Memorial. So
The 2A wrapped up with Junction City and Hazen, and Junction City pulled it off one more time, 36-22 over Hazen. Junction City has won 7 state titles in the last bit.
you ever been to Junction City?
Unless you're going there, you can't get there.
So Highway 167, right smack dab on the Louisiana line.
Yeah, like I say, unless you're going to Junction City, you probably don't know that you've been there.
Mm-hmm.
In the 3A,
This was a big game right here.
Osceola and Boonville. Osceola beats Boonville 35-0.
Flip it. Boonville, 35.
Boonville beat Osceola 35-0.
Yeah, I thought you said Osceola 35.
No. So, Boonville is the same conference, the same as Yellville Summit. The same brackets. If you look back, Yellville Summit played Danville back in round 1, got beat by Danville 54-12, and but Boonville played. I believe, did Boonville get a bye the first round? I can't see your.
Yes, apparently, because Boonville, where did they play?
They'd come on the other side, other side of the bracket. No, they played first round against Baptist Prep.
Yep.
But at one time when we were looking at going to.
So let's see, Boonville played Baptist Prep, Walnut Ridge, Harmony Grove, and then came out and beat Osceola.
When they played Prescott. They had to play Prescott.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, right there. Yeah. Boy, that was a close game.
Yeah. But they pulled it out, and they got the big win. So Boonville, it's unless you're going there, you don't know that you're going there. So
yep. Nice town.
In the 4A.
Hang on, the screen keeps jumping.
1, 2, 3, 4.
There it goes. Stand still. There we go. Boy, Arkadelphia. Wow.
Arkadelphia and Robinson. I believe Robinson was picked to win that.
I think so. Because
But
look what they did
Arkadelphia
at
pulled it
Shiloh
off.
Christian. It was 30-17 Arkadelphia over Shiloh Christian, and Shiloh Christian was a pretty good ball club up there in Northwest Arkansas.
Yep. And Arkadelphia pulls off the win there. So that wraps up the high school football for 2018. Tonight, the Mountain Home Bombers will have their annual banquet, Real Life Church, at 6 o'clock. This year, XL7 and myself will be giving a Player of the Year award to who we picked as
Player of the Year.
As Player of the Year, based on the games that we televised on Friday nights. Because my color man Josh and I, with Scooter's help on the camera, we see every play. So this is our opinion. This is who we picked. There's nothing political about it. There's no influence. We picked it. And I'm excited and proud to say that the Ozark Football Association will be giving a scholarship to go along with that. The amount will not be disclosed until we give the award tonight. We'll talk a little bit more about it next Monday if we want to, but we're trying to keep all that quiet so nobody knows what's what. It's going to be
there for the surprise.
It'll be a bit of a surprise for everybody involved. I think the only people that know the recipient of this award are Scooter and myself and Josh, and the guy that made the plaque for me. And it come from Texas, so we're not too worried about that leaking out.
Not much chance of that. Talk a little bit about what you guys do with XL7 TV football, Mountain View, Yellville, and Mountain Home. Just a home game at Bomber Stadium. More than likely, Scooter and Gil are out there by about 3:30, 4 o'clock to get ready for a 7 o'clock kick, right?
Yeah, 4:30 right in there.
Take about 2.5 to 3 hours to set up. But what it is support for these teams. Whether they're down in Mountain View, whether in Mountain Home or over at Yellville, it's support for the area teams, And it says a lot for XL7 TV for what you guys do, putting in the time to get these on. And, of course, my son was for a while, was in Murfreesboro, Tennessee, now in Atlanta, Georgia, and he logs in and he'll watch the Bomber games. He's a Bomber grad,
This year we traveled, XL7, we took the crew to Berryville.
Yep.
We did Yellville, Berryville there. We went to Harrison, did Bombers Harrison. We did several games at Yellville. We did a game at Mountain View. And then we did all the home Bomber games. It's people think that, well, yeah, it's just already set up. No, these guys come 2 hours early, set it up, and it takes us 45 minutes to tear it down and get ready to go to leave. I know that there's a lot of people in a lot of different areas that watch these games, and that it's very well appreciated that we do this for both the two close schools, and look forward to next year.
He's getting bored.
No, I'm not bored. I'm good. I'm good.
What's his
I
first
enjoy
name?
doing them. I'll be honest with you. They're different. They're it actually took me a season to learn how to actually film a football game. You think you're just a ball there and you're following the ball, but when you got that camera zoomed in and that ball's thrown on an angle, you can't tell on the camera that it's coming in an angle. And for long, it'll just disappear on your screen. You've got to learn to.
You got to figure the geometry.
Yep. And it took me a while, I'll be honest with you, but I enjoyed it.
But I was watching.
There's a challenge.
I think it was I was watching part of that Kansas City game yesterday, and something that dawned on me is, at one point they had a ground level camera. 99% of us that watch any football, whether it's collegiate or high school, whatever, we're up above.
Mm-hmm.
Even at Bomber Stadium, you're up above that field, even maybe 8, 10, 12, 15 feet. But then when you're watching TV, I watched the Army-Navy game on Saturday. Yeah, you got the cameras up 40, 50 feet. It's a totally different perspective than ground level. And don't you have a better advantage of maybe catching a penalty from the box?
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
I could call a totally different game from in the box than it's called on the field, but it's because of that vantage point.
I was tuned in one time during the season, and there's an accidental hand got in a face mask. You see the kid try to pull it out of the face, and it was on the camera.
Yeah.
I think it was Yellville. I think there's one at Yellville. I think
when you do as many games as we do, and we do 10, 11, I think we did 11 games this year.
Yeah.
It's hard to remember what you see and when it was, but it's different. It's really different.
It's pretty cool to go back and, the technology's gotten better and everything, with the instant replays, and then you could slow it down. And not that it's going to change the game because what calls on the field is there, but it's pretty cool to see, was his arm really down before this happened, or was, whatever.
Yeah, we've seen a few touchdowns that were called not, and we saw some field goals that were called field goals that were not.
Yep.
We had them on film, but there's no replay in high school. One thing I would like to say is this year we did a Bomber game, and the weather was just terrible, and the halftime show got rained out, but they were able to perform it at the end, and we caught some grief because we did not keep the cameras up to show the halftime performance after the game. And folks need to realize that on a normal Friday night, we're not out of there till 9:30, 10 o'clock. And if we stay to do anything extra, that's 11 to almost 12. So, sorry. When the game's over, we get done with our post-game show,
pack it up,
we're out.
Yeah.
We're out. So.
We're spent by that point.
Absolutely.
And probably frozen.
I have to go to McDonald's and get an ice cream cone just so I can talk the next day. Because you're talking about 2 hours of pretty much nonstop, just rattle, 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 rattle. And when you're done with that, because you don't dare drink anything up there because the facilities are half a mile away.
Mm-hmm.
So, but we have fun with it. We enjoy it. We just encourage everybody to continue to watch. Of course, we always want you to go to the game and be there in person if you can, but we know that's not possible, and that's why we do these home games. Somebody said, well, why don't you travel with the Bombers and not do the home games? Well, there's a lot of people right here at home that cannot make it anymore. One year we had people in the hospital, and every time they'd log in, we could tell it. And so we do what we can to get the most for both schools, Yellville, like you said. Marshall, Yellville, Mountain View, we did Berryville, Harrison, but that's what we're here for.
All right. Wraps it up for Monday Sports on December 10th. Back tomorrow. Scooter, take us home. See you all tomorrow. Thanks.